You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
So, man, I'm so in love. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss your touch.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
I wanna get back every day, cause it means so much to me.
So while you're on the internet doing your foo-foo man jokes and your foo-foo this and your foo-foo that and all of these other foo-foo and all of that, the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's what would happen. So while you cracking all these jokes and you think you're funny and doing all of these racist jokes and this and that and calling me this and calling me that, just know what it is. Just know that the foo-foo man would take your girlfriend. That's all I want to tell
you. We are back, folks. We are back, man. Y'all do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, and drop a like on the video, man. Obviously the past, couple of weeks or so, we've sort of been going down this Illuminati rabbit hole. Okay. We've been sort of going down this Illuminati rabbit hole. It started with Kobe Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you guys I did a little bit of research, and I found out that, Kobe Bryant was, a member of the Illuminati. Okay. I found out that Kobe was, a member of the Illuminati. And, he didn't want to pay his debts to the Illuminati. So they essentially took him out. Okay. We've done shows on this. The videos are obviously still up, folks. You guys can go check that out. On your own time. So, as we've been having these, conversations, I've been kind of telling you guys that this thing is real. Okay. This is not a joke thing. Okay. This is some real shit. Right. When you go out to Hollywood, okay, the locals, some of them out there, they call it Holly Weird. Okay. They call it Holly Weird. And if you ever go out there and you spend any, significant time out there, right, and you just kind of keep your eyes open, folks, you're going to realize exactly what they mean. Okay. So the music business, okay, the Illuminati, ladies and gentlemen, they have a stronghold over the music business. Okay. And if you are looking to break into really any sort of industry in Hollywood, whether that's, movies, TV, music, sports, whatever the industry is, right? You are going to sell your butt. It just is what it is. Okay. I don't make the rules. All right. If you guys don't believe me, why don't you guys go ask Joy Taylor? Okay. You guys remember Joy Taylor? She was on TV doing, a sports show every day. Why don't you go ask Joy Taylor how she was able to secure that job? Why don't you go ask Joy Taylor and all the freaky things she had to do to get that job?
You're a freaky frog!
Why don't you guys go look into that story? We've already looked into it, chat. We've already talked about this over and over and over again. Okay? Joy Taylor, she was banging essentially everybody at Fox. Okay? They started calling FS1 Freak Show 1. Okay?
You're a freaky frog!
They said it was a freak show going on at FS1. And Joy Taylor was at the center of it. All right? She was up there throwing buns left and right, giving everybody buns. Okay? That's what she was doing, chat. And it isn't just the women, right? It's also the men. You guys see Shannon Sharp on the screen, right? He's also a freaky frog as well.
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
You're a freaking frog!
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys just heard the audio. Okay. You guys remember when Uncle Gay Gay, that's what I call him. You guys call him Uncle Shay Shay. I call him Uncle Gay Gay. Okay. You guys remember when Uncle Gay Gay was at Laker games with his gay boyfriend, Hollywood? You guys remember that? Uncle Gay Gay was showing up at the Faker games, right, with his gay lover that, you know, he told everybody was his stylist, but in reality that was his boyfriend. Okay? Does anybody remember this, folks? This was you guys' favorite TV uncle, Uncle Gay Gay. This is you guys' favorite TV uncle, Uncle Gay Gay.
You're a freaking frog!
Let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you guys can see. Yes, that's Uncle Gay Gay on a date. That's Uncle Gay Gay on a date with his gay boyfriend, Hollywood. He told everybody that's his stylist. Let me ask you guys a question. You're a grown-ass man. You're 60 years old. You can't go pick out some clothes? I don't need a stylist, dude. I don't need a grown man to dress me, dude. Okay? I can go to the mall. I can go pick out some drip. You know, I can go online. I can do online shopping. I don't need some grown-ass man, right, doing my shopping for me or whatever. All right? This is his boyfriend. Wasn't he on TV? Out in Hollywood? I've seen the Fox studios out in Century City in LA. It's right next to Hollywood, folks. It doesn't matter. Like I told you guys, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Whether it's TV, whether it's, you know, movies, music, whatever it is, chat. If you want to break into Hollywood, you have to sell your butt. You got to give up your bussy. So that brings us to Plaqueboymax. Now, a lot of you guys might not be aware of Plaqueboymax, okay? Plaqueboymax is a streamer, right, looking to break into the music business, okay? Now, his music is dog shit. It's garbage, okay? So, the Illuminati doesn't really want him, right? They don't really want him. You know, he doesn't really, you know, have any thing to offer the Illuminati, okay? He doesn't have anything to offer them. So now what he's doing is he's pushing agendas to get into the music business, okay? So out of nowhere, he starts, you know, wearing lace front wigs. He starts, you know, doing flexible activities or whatever the case is, right? Just starts doing gay shit. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. He starts doing gay shit. And I think the most egregious thing that he's done over the past, couple of months or whatever is get the word diva tattooed on his stomach. Okay? I know a lot of you guys probably saw his diva tattoo. Now, this is the actual definition, folks, of diva. Okay, you guys remember the song from Beyonce back in the day? I'm a diva. I'm a diva, right? You guys remember that song from Beyonce back in the day, right? A diva is a celebrated, highly talented female performer. Originally an opera. You guys see where it says female? Let me ask you guys a question. Why would a grown-ass man get diva tattooed on his stomach when this word is associated with a woman, with a female? Why would he do that?
You're a freaking frog!
Today, the term also refers to a glamorous and influential celebrity. We're talking about women here. Okay? No grown man has ever been referred to as a diva unless they were gay. Right? So, Plaqueboymax, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't seen his tattoo, before we get into this clip, I'll show you his tattoo, okay? Now, a lot of you guys might not be aware of Max, but he is a big streamer, okay? He's on the same level as like a Cries, as like some of these other dudes, right? He's on that level. He's really big out here. He's doing his thing. It is what it is. But yeah, this is him, ladies and gentlemen. This is him. This is Max, okay? This is Plaqueboymax. All right? And then as you guys can see, he's kind of blurry, but he got diva tattooed on his stomach, right under his titties. So Plaqueboymax is at Streamer University right now. Okay? You guys know Streamer University. It's an event put on by Cries, okay, a bunch of streamers. They go to, I guess, have fun for a few days. Because the majority of these guys, I mean, they don't need to be there, right? They're already big streamers. It's not like they're there to learn how to stream or anything, So a lot of these guys are just going for fun. It's just a look for them. It's a big event. Shout out to Cries. He's one of the best streamers, I'll say. That's really out there. Right? So Plaqueboymax yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you guys have probably seen this clip. He was confronted by another streamer called OJ Suave, right? This clip, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, has been viewed over 1 million times. This clip has went viral. I want you guys to take a listen to OJ Suave and what he had to say to Plaqueboymax. Y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video, folks. Here we go.
I think you're a diva. Why you want to be a diva?
On some flashy.
Why you want to be a diva?
Some flashy.
You're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that. I think you're clip farming and you're getting your clips. You pushing the persona. You smart. You loyal. I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been at this. But you are not a diva. Divas bend over. I don't think you bend over. You're not the little boys in Clover. You're not Tota. You're not a diva. You are a grown man. Plaqueboymax, not Plaqueboybody, not Plaqueboy ass. Are you gonna tell your son that you are a diva? Daddy, what's diva? Hey, get the fuck out of here. That is an abomination, Max. I am not proud of you. I am proud of everything else you did. Nominations, changing the game, changing your skin to Bati, diva. Diva start with D, Diddy. What else? You know, it's like this, Max. And you know, I could speak like this because after the clips go up and they don't like me, I don't use social media no more, so I can be a crackhead for life. When you keep pushing that barrier, Max, when you keep pushing that barrier, and time passes, what happens? What next? What's the next engagement? What's the next clip? Don't lose yourself, don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul, because you changed the game. Don't sell your soul. You know I have a soul. You know I don't hold my tongue. You know you the first person that ever subbed me up as a big streamer in my chat. You ain't mention it. You don't know how much I appreciate you. But you bigger than that, nigga. Don't forget niggas like you for your personality, nigga. Is you crazy? You don't need to put on no persona, nigga. You broke through with music. Is you crazy? So niggas suck my dick. Niggas don't like you. It's like the character. But your main niggas like you. Don't let niggas rage bait you on your own stream. Is you crazy, nigga? You him, nigga. You not no diva, nigga. What the fuck? Oh, not drive that. That's not true. You putting the character too much. Fuck out of here. You not no diva, nigga. What the fuck? I'ma pop it because I'm not gonna get no comments today. Fuck you talking about? I'm gonna get my pussy because I want to S you. But I'm not no diva. You fly though. You got fire. I'll give you that. You have to dime me on that. You got fire. I'll give you that. You fly. You're not no diva.
Oh, this shit crazy.
Okay, I gotta stop it right here, real quick, chat. Okay, before we continue on. So once again, Plaqueboymax is a pretty big streamer. All of a sudden, you know, a few months ago, he starts doing gay shit. Okay, chat. If you guys haven't noticed, everybody in the music business does gay shit. Okay? I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You know, I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron fans.
Right? And a lot of people, you know, they want to know why LeBron switched up on Drake. A lot of people want to know why. Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys think that maybe Drake painting his nails had anything to do with that? Why do you think LeBron James left Dwayne Wade? I used to follow Dwayne Wade on Instagram. This was like 2013. This was like when they were on the Miami Heat. It was one day, I never will forget it. It was one day I woke up. I get on Instagram, and this nigga Dwayne Wade was posting pictures of his toes. And I remember he had black toenail polish on his toes. Let me see if I can find the image, chat. I know it's got to still be on the internet. I had to unfollow this nigga. I unfollowed this nigga. Oh yeah, here it goes. Here it goes, chat. Let me show you guys. This was like 2013. I said, hold on, man. This is Dwayne Wade. This is Flash. I remember Flash. Same draft class as LeBron, 2003. Won a championship, 2006. He was never on no gay shit. And then just randomly, all of a sudden, I get on Instagram and this nigga's painting his toes. I had to unfollow this nigga. Right? I had to unfollow this nigga. I don't want to get on Instagram. I like seeing bitches' feet. You know, you guys know I'm a foot connoisseur, right?
You're a freaking frog.
I'm a feet connoisseur. I like seeing bitches' feet. I don't get on Instagram to see no grown-ass man painting his toes. That ain't why I get on Instagram, gang. I unfollowed that nigga. This was like 2013. I haven't followed Dwayne Wade since. Why do you guys think LeBron James separated himself from Dwayne Wade? You're a body boy. Why do you guys think LeBron James separated himself from Drake? Drake, you guys know Drake is like one of my favorite artists of all time. Like, I grew up on Drake. Okay? I never thought I would see the day where Drake would start to paint his nails. Okay? I never thought I would see the day, folks. He started hanging out with Lil Yachty. I blame Lil Yachty for this crap. I'm kind of glad Drake got away from that clown Lil Yachty. Because I believe Lil Yachty was the one that influenced him to do this stuff. I never thought I would see the day that Drake would be pushing agendas for the LGBTQ community. What grown-ass man that's 40 years old paints his nails? Who does this? Girls paint their nails, dude. What are we doing out here? Right? Plaqueboymax. Now you're wearing lace front wigs. Now you're wearing lace fronts. Chat, I thought girls wore lace fronts. What are we doing? Why are you wearing lace front wigs? What's going on out here? He's pushing agendas. Look at Playboy Cardi. I remember Playboy Cardi. A lot of you niggas don't remember Playboy Cardi back in the day, 2015, 2016. I remember when Playboy Cardi was signed with Awful Records. Yeah, that's how long I've been knowing about Playboy Cardi. And then he got on, and now all of a sudden he's a fucking vampire? He's a vampire now. You guys remember Young Thug back in the day? I'm old enough to remember Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan. You guys remember Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan? When they were in a relationship? You guys remember when Young Thug was out here wearing dresses? Chat. When the Illuminati doesn't pick you, when they don't want you, okay? And they don't want a lot of these dudes. A lot of these dudes start doing things, right, to get picked. Okay? They're pick-me's. They're pick-me's. So the Illuminati didn't want Plaqueboymax. So he's like, okay, fuck it. I'll put on this lace front wig. They didn't want Young Thug. Okay, fuck it. I'll start wearing a dress. Right? Chat, they all do it, man. They all do it. He said the Baphomet boys. He said the Baphomet boys. That's crazy. The Baphomet boys is crazy. These dudes are trying to break into the music business. Their music is garbage. The Illuminati doesn't want them. So now Plaqueboymax, he's like, fuck it, I gotta start twerking. Okay, you guys remember that one video where he was twerking? I said, yeah, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to break into the music business. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to go the Young Thug route. You know, I remember when Young Thug was acting gay. Okay? I'm old enough to remember 2014 Young Thug. Him, Rich Homie, exactly. Lil Uzi Vert also, Drake. They all do it, man. They all do it. They start acting gay. Why? What are you doing? Chat, these niggas want to be famous. Okay? They want clout. They want, you know, free money from the Illuminati. I told you, that's all these... listen, when you sign a record deal, that's an Illuminati loan. That ain't free money, dude. You got to pay that money back. You got to go through humiliation rituals. Okay? We saw Shannon Sharpe go through it. You guys think it's any coincidence that Shannon Sharpe embarrasses himself on Instagram Live, has sex on Instagram Live, right? Does all this goofy shit, gets fired from FS1. You guys remember when Shannon Sharpe went to the Laker game and he was finna fight the whole Grizzlies team? Then he gets fired from FS1. Then he drops his Cat Williams interview, the biggest interview of all time on YouTube's history, How did Shannon Sharpe get the biggest interview of all time on YouTube history? They pushed the button for him. He did what they asked him to do. He pushed certain agendas. He went and sat at a Laker game with a gay dude. They said, okay, good job. Good job. He's an Illuminati slave puppet. So Max is doing the same thing. He's trying to break into the music business. They don't want him, but he's still, he wants to get in. So he's like, okay, fuck it. I got to start doing gay shit. That's the only way you're going to break in, chat. You got to start twerking. So, we just played the first part of the video where the Jamaican dude, whatever he is, he told Max, he's like, yo, I'm not jacking this. You ain't no diva. You're not a diva. Don't sell your soul, Max. That's what he told him. He said, don't sell your soul, Max. He was giving him some real game that his daddy should have told him. Right?
Own stream, is you crazy, nigga? You him, nigga? You not no diva, nigga? What the fuck? Oh, not like that. That's not true. You putting the character too much. Fuck out of here. You not no diva, nigga? The fuck? I'ma pop it, cause I'm not gonna get no comments today. Fuck you talking about? I'm gonna get my pussy cause I want to S you. But I'm not no diva. You fly though, you got fire, I'll give you that. You have to die me on that. You got fire. I'll give you that. You fly. But not no diva.
Oh, bro. This shit crazy.
Chat, I'm gonna end my stream. I don't really want to chill with niggas. I want to just chill. I've been streaming this whole time, and I have been having a lot of fun. People just really just accepting me for who I am, honestly, the whole time. So it's just felt like, damn, I felt like I enjoyed this shit again. But the reason I turned the camera back on is because I want to be real with y'all. Like, that's why I started doing shit in the first place, because streaming ability, I feel like, alright, streaming, give me the ability to do that, That's why I love it in the first place. I feel like I've always been able to be me. And even if niggas who don't fuck with me, or like viewers and fans, if they, how do I explain it, hate on me or don't fuck with me, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know them. But on my own platform, it's like, damn, bro, if you fucked with me and really felt that way, why would you say on the stream in front of hundreds of niggas? You don't care about it for real. You just know it go viral. Bitch, this is me, nigga. I'm pretty. This is me, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might test some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're a corny.
What?
And you just think how the next nigga think.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Bro, that shit whack.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Chat. Did this nigga say, I don't give a fuck, I'm pretty nigga? He said he don't give a fuck because he's pretty. And then he says, what's wrong with being gay?
What do you mean by that?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, okay. What's wrong with being gay? I mean, are we serious here, chat? Like, is that a rhetorical question or like, what's going on? That's insanity, man. I gotta listen to that part again. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta run that back again. I know he didn't just say what I think he said.
Hate on me or don't fuck with me, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know them. But on my own platform, it's like, damn, bro, if you fucked with me and really felt that way, why would you say on the stream in front of hundreds of niggas? You don't care about it for real. You just don't know it go viral. Bitch, this is me, nigga. I'm pretty. This is me, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might test some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're a corny. And you just think how the next nigga think. You don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack.
What do you mean by that?
So he says, what's wrong with being gay? And then he calls the nigga corny and weird and says, you think just like the next nigga think. So now we're the weird ones. Not you. You're not weird. And you done went and got diva tatted on your titty. You're the one out here putting on lace front wigs. You're not weird. But the niggas that are, straight and trying to like be actually a good friend to you. Cause realistically, right? This is what a good friend is supposed to do. Okay? See, what niggas like him want, they want like a bunch of yes men around them. They don't want anybody that's going to hold them accountable. They don't want anybody around them that's going to tell them the truth. They want yes men. So now all of a sudden, when a nigga's being a good friend and is like, yo, I'm proud of you. I jack everything you did except that. I don't fuck with this gay shit you're pushing. I don't fuck with it. Now all of a sudden he's weird. And you're not. This is the internet for you in 2026. This is the internet, chat. Welcome to the internet. Weird niggas, right, will get on the internet and call other niggas weird. That's the internet for you. Insanity.
Well, I'm just say what's up, bro. I want to see you.
Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second, man. This nigga's weird, man.
I'm gonna end my stream. I don't really want to chill with niggas. I want to just chill. I've been streaming this whole time. And I've been having a lot of fun. You know, people just really just accepting me for who I am, honestly, the whole time. So, it's just felt like, damn, I felt like I enjoyed this shit again. But, you know, the reason I turned the camera back on is because I want to be real with y'all. Like, that's why I started doing shit in the first place, because streaming ability, I feel like, streaming, give me the ability to do that, you know? That's why I love it in the first place. I feel like I've always been able to be me. And even if niggas who don't fuck with me, or like viewers and fans, if they, how do I explain it, hate on me or don't fuck with me, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know them. But on my own platform, it's like, damn, bro, if you fucked with me and really felt that way, why would you say on the stream in front of hundreds of niggas? You don't care about it for real. You just will know it go viral. Bitch, this is me, nigga. I'm pretty. This is me, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might tap some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're corny. And you just think how the next nigga think. You don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'm gonna be myself, regardless. None of y'all niggas fucking with me. I don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded, but it's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Niggas gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro? So, I don't care, bro. Fuck OJ. If you fuck with me, nigga, you set that shit off camera. You could've pulled me aside. I'd love to talk to you off camera. Why you saying that shit on camera? But it's cool. I love y'all, bro. I'm good off this shit, to be honest. I'm gonna just go chill, all right? I love y'all, but remember this always. Always be yourself. Fuck what they say. I don't care, nigga. I'm gonna wear my wigs. I don't give a fuck. I got diva tag. I'm gonna keep it forever. This is who I am, nigga. Thief, I'm fly. I'm on my own shit. That's me. So always be yourself. Embrace what make you different, because that's what's gonna make you pop, all right? I love y'all, bro. I'm out of this bitch. I don't care. This shit's been amazing, though. I'll probably go live tomorrow, but I'm not trying to party, bro. With niggas who just really, you don't give a fuck about me, bro. It's cool, but I love y'all. And I love every single nigga I've been fucking around on campus, because everyone been real and just showing love. Shout out Tate, shout out, bro, whoever Wardrobe, shout out that nigga Wardrobe, bro. Shout out that nigga Wardrobe, because Wardrobe's himself, bro. No matter what anyone say, and they hate on that little nigga, but he's a genius, bro. He's super smart, he's funny, I'll fuck with him, he cool. He might joke, but he would never disrespect me. Niggas coming up to me saying, yo, bro, are you scared Wardrobe gonna touch you? And it ain't, no, nigga, he's a person, bro. He's a fucking human, bro. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not, bro. I done made a lot of mistakes, hella mistakes, bro. Hella mistakes. But I'm trying to learn to do better. That's what we all need to do, bro. All right? I love y'all. Now this bitch magic. And this shit, follows that shit, follows that forever. I'm gonna just go chill. And Luca finna go heal his feet. All right. All right.
Well, I'm just
This is crazy, bro. We got Fontaines. Fontaine said people defending this need to be put down. Bro, we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Fontaines, we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Sodom and Gomorrah, man. We're living in the final days, chat. This nigga said, what's wrong with being gay? What are we talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, nigga? What's wrong with sleeping with men as a grown man? What's wrong with that? You're not serious, bro. You're not serious, man. You're not serious, bro. It's why I keep telling y'all, chat. I will never be one of these mainstream. I could never be one of these niggas, chat, because to be one of these mainstream niggas, you're gonna have to sell your butt, man. I'm sorry, chat. My cheeks aren't for sale, dude. It's not that serious to me, dude. You know? I'm not selling my cheeks. I'm not giving up my bussy. I'm just not doing that. I'm just not doing that, chat. Now, shout out to OJ Suave, right? He's a real one. He's the only one that had some balls to tell Max, right, that this little gay arc you're doing, it's not funny, it's not cool at all, okay? It's actually gay. Now, Rakai, you guys know Rakai, right? Rakai, you know, he's like Kai Sinet's, you know, understudy, okay? He's another gay agenda pusher. You know, I've seen this dude dressing up as a woman. You know, this dude got caught watching tranny porn. I mean, Rakai he's demonic. That's a demonic little nigga, right? They caught him. This is a true story. They actually caught him watching tranny porn. I mean, that's just disgusting. Seriously, that's just disgusting. Okay. So he's got a porn-filled brain. You know, he's vile. He's disgusting, Rakai. All right? He's pushing agendas for those folks too. So the next day, I guess, they caught OJ at lunch or whatever, and everybody tried to gang up on him and you know, ostracize him for being a real nigga. That's why I tell y'all, I would never be friends with any of these niggas. I'm a real nigga. I'm like this nigga, OJ. They would have been canceled me. They would have been ostracized me. They don't let the real niggas get to the top of the food chain. They let the bisexual niggas get there. This man said you ain't never watched tranny porn. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I'm about to block you for even asking that question, dude. That shit, I mean, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. I mean, that's just an insane question to ask, dude. I mean, that's just insanity. Straight up. If you've watched tranny porn, you're vile. You're past disgusting. You're vile. I mean, that's just insanity. Don't ever ask me no stupid shit like that again, nigga. What the hell are you even talking about? Well, I got some bati boy to you?
So I'm present. Everybody that's contacted me or they eat dick. What can I do other than apologize if I wanted to? If niggas don't like me, they don't like me. But I'll apologize to somebody's face before, oh, chat, I'm so sorry, please forgive me and like me. Yeah, I'm God. You did some walk shit. Everybody here did some walk shit. Fuck. You are a horrendous human being.
Man, your best play shit, man.
You are shit. You're a compressed Bitmoji. You're a compressed Bitmoji. You're Mayweather's left balls. You are just ugly with money, but you're still ugly.
You ugly as fuck, man.
Look at your nose.
You're canceled, bitch.
Look at your fuck wrong with this thing? You're funny to me, nigga.
You're canceled, gang. You're canceled, gang. Bye, man.
Stuff the chicken in your mouth, boy. So I'm present. Everybody has.
So chat, once again, you know, this streamer university shit, right? It's like high school, you know? So Max is like, you know, the popular kid. So because Max cried after being told the truth, you know, now all the other kids, they want to follow in line and hate on the dude. And bro, I mean, it's just corny, man. The whole streamer universe, all that shit is corny, man. All that shit is corny, man. You know, I respect this nigga more than anybody there. This nigga went at Plaqueboymax. He told him the truth. Then he went at Rakai. Told Rakai the same shit. Told Rakai he's a fucking shit stain. They're all weirdos, chat. These are grown men. These niggas are 30. What are you doing at Streamer University? They want to be cool, chat. They want to be the cool kids again. So there you have it, folks. Right? They're all gay, man. I mean, like I said, to get into that business, to break down the door, right? You got to do some bisexual, flexible, gay shit. It just is what it is. Shout out to OJ Suave. You know, I fuck with him. You know, I don't know what kind of hairstyle he got. You know, I don't know what, you know. I don't know if, now that I think about it, chat, I don't know if he should be going around checking niggas with that hairstyle. He might want to change that hairstyle. But yeah, he seems like a stand-up dude, man. You know. He seems like a stand-up dude. So, yeah, man. Plaqueboymax, like I said, chat. You know, the clip went viral. I actually commented on it on Twitter last night. I think, yeah, one of the tweets I got, it got a decent amount of engagement. So I replied to the video. I said, dude pushing gay agendas on these kids. That shit is insane. And then I got a bunch of, like, you know, Plaqueboymax fans. Somebody said niggas want to bring up kids to try and justify and mask their homophobia. Hashtag okay. I said niggas don't have to be okay with homosexuality. You niggas think we have to accept that shit when we don't. You know? I'm telling you, bro, the LGBTQ community, man, like, listen, they're a gang, dude. Honestly, they're a gang. They really are. They're a gang, man. Like, I think they're more powerful than the Bloods and the Crips, dude. Straight up. What's the biggest gang in LA? The Rolling 60s? Dead Homies, cuh? Yeah, I think the LGBTQ community is a bigger gang than the Rolling 60s, chat. Straight up. I do. Yeah, the LGBTQ community, they're like the cartel, dude. They don't play games, man. They don't play games, dude. Real talk. Constellar said they're a cult. He said niggas talk and show guns, smoke weed, and all types of shit. But when it's something about being gay, now it's what about the youth? Shut the fuck up with that shit. Niggas be hypocritical. Stop worrying about what the next man doing, nigga. I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather my son robbing than being a bati boy. But in all seriousness, it's all bad for the youth. The music, this goy slop, trash content called streaming, it's all garbage. It is. It's all trash, man. I told y'all this generation, chat, didn't I tell y'all this the other day? I literally told y'all this. This generation is garbage. We were talking about LeBron the other day. And niggas came in the chat. They were like, oh, LeBron's old. I'm like, okay. All the old niggas are still, the old niggas are the only ones still putting out good stuff these days. It's the old niggas. I just literally saw a clip. Let me show you guys this. I literally just saw a clip. Chat, would you believe it? B2K is making a comeback. Look at this, chat. B2K, the iconic Y2K group, released their new song, Mileage. The new album, Eclipse, will mark the group's first full-length release since 2003. They declared this is just the beginning of an exciting new chapter for us and the fans. B2K, chat. They haven't put out a project since 2003. These niggas are 40. I said this generation of artists is so trash that B2K is making a comeback after 23 years. Chat, I just went and watched the Michael Jackson movie. This generation, a couple months ago, this generation, y'all are so trash that they went and did a documentary, whatever, a movie, a biopic movie on Michael Jackson. And it's the highest grossing movie probably of the year. A dead man. You wanna know why? Because there's nobody else. Y'all are garbage. This whole generation, bro, I'm tired, bro. This whole generation, y'all are trash. From the music, y'all are trash. The TV shows, I don't even watch TV anymore. I don't even know what y'all are watching. Love Island. That shit is garbage. I'll be seeing the little clips on Love Island. That shit is trash. We have no TV shows. We've got no good reality TV anymore. The music sucks. The movies suck. Sports suck. Everything is garbage these days, man. You wanna know why? Because you little niggas are straight trash. And then you had these little niggas talking about, oh, y'all just don't get it because you're just old. No, we get it. You just suck. I remember when I was 13, 14 and Soulja Boy was beefing with Ice-T. And I ain't gonna lie, at the time, I thought Ice-T was a hating ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I remember that shit. I remember when he was calling Soulja Boy trash. I was like, bro, that nigga Ice-T hating. He's just an old nigga hating. And then I grew up. And you wanna know what, chat? Ice-T was absolutely correct. Soulja Boy is trash. Maturing is realizing Soulja Boy is garbage. Who gets in their car and puts on Soulja Boy? I'm asking, when the last time you niggas got in your car and put on Soulja Boy? Bro, this new generation sucks. The only guys still putting out quality shit are in their 40s. LeBron, Kendrick, Drake. They're all 40. It's the old niggas that's still putting out quality stuff. You new 21, 22-year-olds, bro, y'all are trash, bro. Y'all are trash. This whole streaming stuff, man, this Streamer University, all this, man, that shit is garbage, man. That shit is trash. These little kids are literally running around throwing water on each other, throwing hot sauce on each other. Nigga, when I was growing up, we had Jersey Shore. You little niggas now, you got Rakai. I had the Real World. You niggas got Rakai. I feel bad for y'all. I had Flavor of Love. You niggas got Plaqueboymax. This era is dog shit. And I'm tired, bro. I can't keep doing this with y'all. And then, like I said, all the young niggas, oh, y'all don't get it. This is the new shit. This is the new. No, we understand it, dude. We're not dumb. We understand it. We get it. Y'all are young and all that. We understand all of that. Y'all are just garbage. They try to make it. They try to make it seem like, oh, y'all don't understand us, and you're just, oh no, we understand. We get it. It's just not good. And then if you say it's not good, you're automatically a hater. Well, then fuck it. I'll be a hater then. I'll be your hater. This is content to you niggas? You niggas are entertained by Streamer University? Seriously? You're entertained by this. You're entertained by Rakai running around pouring hot sauce on white bitches. That's funny to you. Okay. Sure. This was the realest clip I seen from the whole Streamer University. This clip right here. Everything else is trash. You got Queen Naija. She over here looking like a fucking clown. This is a mother in her 30s with children, chat. Did you see the clip of Queen Naija? Hold on, chat. Tell me she don't look like a fucking clown. Look at this clown, man. This is a grown woman in her 30s. You're trash, gang. You're a mother. You're trash. You don't have any content. I don't even know why Kai Cenat let her in all honesty. This is garbage, man. This is trash. You don't have shit. You don't have any content. How did she even get in? Hold on, chat. Let me see how old this lady is, man. Let me see how old she. Give me 1 second, chat. How old is she? You're a mother of 2. Queen Naija, 30 years old. You about to be 31 in October. You're a mother of 2 kids, 2 baby daddies. And this is what you're showing up to Streamer University with no content, nothing interesting going on, nothing to say, and this is the highlight of your trip at Streamer University. This was her highlight, chat. She hasn't done nothing exciting other than this. This is what y'all call this content? You said women love to defend this shit too? Exactly. She's trash. You got Rakai, you got Queen Knight, you got all, bruh, this is garbage, bruh. Bro, this is straight trash, bro. I swear to God, bro, this is trash, bro. We had real shows growing up, bro. We had real shows, bro. We had real entertainment, bro. Okay? Reality TV back in my day is better than this goy slop. This is goy slop. You're a bot. If you sat and watched this lady with this funky ass BBL throw ass on stream at 3 a.m, you're a whole bot, dude. You're a bot, man. This nigga says streamers in general are garbage. This is trash content, dude. I'm sorry. And somebody's got to call it out, bro. This is trash. You said shaking hard ass BBLs is the new entertainment? These bitches would die for a chance to buy some butt cheeks. Yo, that's crazy. That's a crazy comment. That is a crazy comment. But it's the truth. 30 years old, gang. Nothing interesting to say. Nothing exciting to make, content on. This is her content. Goes to Streamer University to throw her funky BBL. But because she's light-skinned, because she look halfway decent, we gotta sit up here and act like this isn't trash. No, man, fuck out of here, man. This is trash, man. This is trash. Can you imagine? Like I said, thank God. I thank God I had a wholesome mother. I mean, come on. This is just insanity. This is insanity. Can you imagine, like, her kids? You gotta homeschool your kids after doing some stuff like that. You can't send your kid to public school after you're on the internet doing this goy slop. Your kid gonna get roasted, man. Your kid's gonna get roasted, dude. Your mama's on fucking Twitch throwing ass during Streamer University at 31 years old. This is buffoonery, man. Kai Cenat, I blame you, man. I blame you, dude. I blame you, man. This is goy slop. This ain't content, chat. You know who actually does real content in this generation? And I'll give him his credit. Drewski. You guys know Drewski's show? What was it called? His love show. He tried to do like a fake ass Flavor of Love. I would rather watch that than to watch like streamers. This streaming content, bro, this is like you're retarded if you just watch this stuff. Like honestly, you're retarded. This is not even entertainment. I'm done, chat. That's my rant, and it's just, it is what it is, bro. You said, yeah, but it looks good? Okay. You said Drewski's the best out? No, it's not could have been record. The could have been record shit is funny too, though. Like, that's why I fuck with Drewski. Because Drewski's at least creative with his shit. You know what I mean? It could have been records. And then he got the Love Show. You know, then he does his skits and stuff. Like, Drewski's actually, like, creative. You know? Like, if you watch his shows, like, they're well produced. They have editors and, you know, it's thought out. This streaming stuff, bro, a lot of this streaming stuff is just goy slop. Like, this is just trash content. I'm sorry. It's just trash, man. Bitch don't got nothing to offer but her funky ass BBL. That's all she got to offer, gang. Is a funky BBL. Y'all, you guys know they say them shits be stinking too, right? That's what they said about Cardi B. They said that shit be stinking, man. Look at her, like, looking around and shit. She's a goofy, man. She over trying to look around to see who's watching her and shit. She's a fucking goofy, man. A goofy with a funky BBL, dude. Exactly. Could have been love. That's what it's called. Insane, bro. Wow. This is what you guys this is what you guys are tuning into, chat. This goy slop trash. Motherfucker don't got shit to talk about. Shit to say. And isn't Clarence there? Like, dude, at some point, you gotta be a man, dude. Like, Clarence, at some point, you gotta be a man, bro. You can't just have your girl just throwing ass in front of everybody, gang. I mean, she's over there making niggas dicks hard and shit, dude. She's doing the mating. This is a mating ritual. You guys understand that? This is a mating ritual. Okay? At some point, Clarence, you gotta be a man, dude. You gotta step up and get control of your girl, dude. This is disrespectful. You got your wifey in front of a bunch of horny ass niggas over here throwing ass and shit. You said he's living off of her? I know he is. I know he is. He using her. And I don't blame him at all. She's a single mother. She needs to be used. But yeah, this is what you guys be watching, chat. This is what you guys be watching. Funky BBLs in a fucking dorm room. Come on, man. Yo, bring back Martin Lawrence, gang. Bring back Martin Lawrence, man. Fuck it. Let's just reboot the Martin show. Fuck that shit, chat. Let's just call Pam and Gina. Let's just bring Martin back, because this new generation, y'all ain't about shit, man. Let's just bring back Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's just bring back Will Smith. Let's just bring back all the old niggas, man. Because we gave y'all new niggas a chance. Y'all ain't on shit, man. Y'all ain't got shit to offer. Straight up. We need to just bring back all the old shows. Bring back The Real World. Bring back Jersey Shore. Bring back Martin. You know, bring back, Living Single. You guys remember Living Single? Let's just bring all the old shows back. Straight up. Call Zac Efron and let's just do High School Musical 4. Let's just do some other shit. Because y'all trash, bro. Straight up. We got to just go back to the old days. Because y'all trash. I'm tired of this shit, dude. This is a... Look at this shit. What the fuck are we watching? What are we watching, chat? Y'all dead ass be watching niggas go to the club? Yo, this is diabolical, man. Y'all be watching niggas go to the club. That's content in 2020, 2026. Watching niggas go to the club. That's crazy. So yeah, man. Then you got Rakai. Let's see what Rakai been doing. Rakai been throwing water and shit on bitches and
I say you're not a diva, you're a demon. That don't represent you. What happened if you see a kid that see, Daddy Max, I'm a diva. Are you a diva? You're a diva. I said, Max, I'm proud of you. You doing your thing, but don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. This not you. You don't gotta express yourself in that manner.
Hold on, so
Lord have mercy.
He's mad that he got diva tattoo?
Yes,
That's
bro.
what
Rakai, you have to use your brain. Fuck the media and the influence. If you make a tattoo that says diva and you post it online and people don't like it, didn't you post it for people to have an opinion?
Okay, your brush might shake shit right now, gang. That's
oh my God, get the clip. Rakai, get the clip.
Yo, listen, they said that you lying, you call Max a demon?
Yeah, it's a demon. It's a diva demon.
He said,
but I'm saying it in a Jamaican accent.
Diva
Max,
on
Max,
him.
you're a diva.
Wait, hold on, is he calling him demonic?
No, because he said,
oh my gosh,
diva.
you the clip, Rakai. You the clip, bro.
How's that a clip? You actually asked a question.
Nah, but I did. But I'm joking like in a Jamaican manner.
But you did not, though.
Listen. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
This is not good neighbor shit, bro.
Like how we just somebody, if somebody comes.
Nah, mud.
Listen. I feel like you should
Oh my gosh, I'm canceled.
Gangster, gang. Wow, bro.
That's inauthentic.
Listen, you should apologize because you want to apologize. Look, be myself, regardless. None of y'all can just fucking with me. I don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded, but it's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Niggas gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro?
That's fucked up, gang. Wait. Wait.
No glitch. Not loud.
I'm gonna be honest, chat. I can only watch clips, man. I can't just sit and watch like a whole stream. Like I don't see how people watch this stuff, man. This little niggas running around throwing hot sauce on bitches and shit, man. This is what y'all call content. Just throw the whole generation away, man. Let's just start over. Let's just find some new set of little niggas. But let's just throw all y'all niggas away. This nigga says society's cooked. It's over, dude. It's over, man. So yeah, man. That's my take on the whole Plaqueboymax situation. The nigga's gay. Right? The nigga's gay. You know, just come out and just admit you're gay. Quit doing all this, like, you know. Quit playing about it. You know, if you're gay, just come out and be gay, dude. This nigga said, what's wrong with being gay? Nothing, dude. You got it, bro. You got it. There's nothing wrong with it, dude. So can you be free now? Can you just come out and just admit what you are? Let's talk about let's talk about Andrew Tate now, chat. Let's talk about Andrew Tate. Y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. So as you guys know, you know, if you don't know, right? Andrew Tate, folks, he's been arrested in Florida. And yeah, this dude, man, let's just go ahead and watch this video, chat. Let's just go ahead and watch the video.
Tonight, British authorities are seeking the extradition of Andrew and Tristan Tate. The prominent influencers in the so-called manosphere were arrested by federal marshals in Miami. CBS's Christian Benavidez is there with details on the new charges. Christian.
Good evening, Jerika. The Tate brothers were taken into custody as they were heading to a boxing event that one of them was set to co-host here in Miami. They've indicated that they're likely going to fight those extradition charges back to the United Kingdom.
U.S. Marshals arrested notorious social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate in Miami on Saturday, stemming from recent developments in the UK. Authorities there, who already had a case against the duo, say 4 more alleged victims of the brothers came forward with accusations of rape, sex trafficking, assault, child and extreme pornography,
bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017.
The men are part of the so-called manosphere, boasting millions of followers and selling online courses on masculinity. In 2022, the Tate brothers were arrested in Romania on rape, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation charges. The case did not go to trial but remains open. Last year, the brothers left Romania for Florida, and state officials announced a probe into their activity. The Tate brothers deny all allegations. Their attorney tells CBS News the world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent.
We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever.
The Tate brothers are set to face a judge as early as tomorrow. Legal experts have said that this will likely be a lengthy legal battle over extradition. Jerika.
Christian Benavidez in Miami, thank you.
So yeah. So Andrew Tate, ladies and gentlemen, you know, he's got a lot of shit on his plate right now. Okay? He's got a lot of shit on his plate. You know, I've seen the evidence. The evidence looks crazy. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you guys where Andrew Tate went wrong. Okay? He went wrong when he decided he wanted to be famous. Okay? That's where he went wrong. See, we just talked about Plaqueboymax and how he was trying to get into the Illuminati, basically, right? So he's pushing certain agendas to get accepted. Well, Andrew Tate is basically the opposite, right? He's going completely against, you know, the system, right? And all of their agendas. Folks, when you do that, they're going to take you down. Okay? They're going to take you down. So, if you guys don't know, this guy basically got rich from essentially being a online pimp. He would recruit girls. He would get them to do webcam modeling. He would make a bunch of money off of them. And that's essentially how he got rich, right? Instead of this clown taking his money and you know, riding off into the sunset, he decides he wants to be famous. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. Okay? You should have never tried to get famous. You should have taken the money and got the fuck on. Should have got the fuck on. What did Tupac say? All I want is the money. Fuck the fame. I'm a simple man. You niggas that are attention whores and you want attention and you want fame and celebrity and all that stuff, you're a clown to me. You are. You're a clown to me. Right? Because nothing good comes from that stuff. Nothing good comes from it. All right? You should have took your money, you know, went off and rode off into the sunset, and we shouldn't even, he got so much money, allegedly, you know, he could literally disappear off the face of the earth and never be heard from again. But no, he want to go on podcasts. He want to go, you know, be, you know, famous, and he want to, you know, push these, you know, agendas, say these crazy things, and that's why they're taking him down right now. The Illuminati is taking this dude down. Okay, it is what it is. So I found this video. This is 4 minutes of Andrew Tate admitting he's a pimp. I mean, you do realize this stuff is illegal, right?
I'm trying to get paid. Like I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house and make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense.
Being kickboxer, yeah, playboy, pimp.
I'm happy with those labels so far. But the majority of my money wasn't made in fighting. My money was actually made in the pimp game. We need to understand some basic concepts to the pimp game. Basic concepts to the realities between men and women. Women need a man to do OnlyFans. It's the same reason a woman need a man to do anything, because they're incompetent and they're very, very lazy. And they're stupid. When you're pimping bitches like me, it's a full-time job. So yeah, on CobraTate.com I have my PhD program, and that is, PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm... Welcome to the Tate PhD course. If you've bought this course, which you obviously have, congratulations, you're going to change your life for the better. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm fucking certified. I know I don't look like a pimp right now.
Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. If you're on dates and you're trying to mention it and shit, it just doesn't work. It puts them off. I'd never do that. That's disgusting. I'm not a whore. It's just not gonna work. You continue as normal, no mention of webcam. By taking girls who didn't know how to be effective on webcam, girls who had never done webcam before, girls who didn't have the equipment, didn't have the know-how, didn't have the will, didn't have the premises, didn't have the ability to make money with this exchange. I created a system that allowed me to convince girls to do this, allowed me to retain 100% control of their income. You start with a girl, you download OnlyFans on your phone, you take her ID pictures, her name, everything it takes to verify the account. You verify the account on your phone and you control the account. So you are now in charge of her OnlyFans. I learned every tip and trick it takes to make sure a girl gets paid. I know how to make sure the girl can't run away.
And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out. You stay in the house.
Because once you teach a girl how to do this, she has the ability to make unlimited money from home. Why would she still give it to you? Why would she just run off and keep it all for herself?
That's right, lock the door, you You knew I was going to beat the out of you. If you behaved, I wouldn't have to hit you, would I? You don't. Get out.
What do you mean by that?
You can't stay in there forever.
Bang out the machete, boom in her face, and then grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch! Her panties get wet. The machete's on the floor, her panties are all wet. You go, fuck her. That's how it goes. Every real G knows these basic moves. These are the basic moves of pimping.
Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them. 10 hours of me explaining everything I know from start to finish from my career as a webcam pimp.
You were the pimp. I was the pimp.
But now we're coming towards the end of Corona. I'm going to keep like 5 or 6 of my main girls.
Hey, don't forget, my girls were making us money too. Don't forget that. I'm just saying.
Let them take full control over their accounts. They will run away. I like to keep the girls' passwords. I log them in and log them out. If you give the girl the password to her account, there's a chance she could run away and try it by herself. I've had that happen. Be in charge of her own phone contact with members who like her. You are setting yourself up to get scammed. All she has to do is type a sort code and account number to a member. And that has happened to me before. I went to the room, smashed the room up, told her I knew what she did. She sent me all the money, but that has happened to me before.
No. I was doing the exact same thing, just for the record.
I was all.
So yeah, chat. This dude's going to prison, man. He's going to prison, right? You know, it's the same thing with Little Dirk, you know, and all the rest of you do. Now, Little Dirk, listen, you know, he can make some, you know, Illuminati sacrifice, and he might be able to beat the feds. I don't see it happening because the feds are a little bit different than like, you know, the state. Like, for example, Young Thug, he was able to beat the state. Young Thug is he's trapped in the feds, right? That's a different ball game. So yeah, to me, I think the dude is going to federal prison. You know, he, like I said, he did it to himself by self-snitching, right? You guys see all the videos that he's got. Like, he's admitting to like all of his crimes. I mean, this is a crime at the end of the day, right? Being a pimp is a crime. Do you guys understand that? You can't legally pimp women out. You can't legally hold women against their will, you know, and control them and talk about it like this in this manner. You're going to prison. He's already went to jail. He went to jail, you know, in Romania. I think he did like 6 months in jail or whatever. They let him out. The case is still pending. You know, he tried to like, you know, flee, I guess, or run away. He got more charges in the UK. They said he's got like 59 charges in the UK. So he's got two ways out of this. He's either going to do his time and go to prison, or he's going to make a sacrifice. That's the only two ways out of this. It's the same thing with Lil Durk. Okay? Same thing with Diddy. You know, you're either going to do your time or you're going to make a sacrifice. It's that simple. So, but yeah, this dude, he's an idiot, man. You know, and he likes to put on this alpha male act. This dude's a cornball. Okay? This dude's a cornball. You know? Like, he went and got some muscles or whatever, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's an alpha male. You're not an alpha male. You're a cornball. What person in their right mind is going to commit a crime and then speak about it on podcasts all over the internet? You're an idiot. Self-snitched. That's what he did to himself. He self-snitched. He snitched on himself. Like I said, if you would have just got the money, never did a podcast, and rode off into the sunset, nobody would even know who the fuck you were. Nobody would care. But no. You know, you wanted to be famous. You wanted to be famous, and now guess what? They're gonna make you famous, all right. They're gonna make you famous. Don't drop the soap, pussy. Exactly. Top G exactly. Top G my black ass. You're not a top G in this world, dude. Okay? You're not a top G. You wanna know who's a top G? Niggas that have a military behind them. Alright? You're not a top G. You're a fucking clown. You know who's a top G? Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the top G. Okay? You wanna know why? Because he's got a military behind him. Where's your military? Where's your army? You don't run shit, dude. You dudes aren't running anything. You're just flapping your dick suckers. We got Flash White, man. We switched it up tonight. Flash White, yeah. we went a little bit off script, but I you know, this Plaqueboymax situation and Andrew Tate, it prompted me to do this show, man. So yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I appreciate this side of your podcasting. You proved versatility with this. But I said it in the chat, man. People need to do their research, man. This is all this stuff that you're seeing in real time. As you said, this is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And for these young people that don't understand what that means, go read about it. Go look it up. Everything that you think, Illuminati, the Baphomet, all these sacrifices, all this stuff is real. The world was built on this stuff. That's why you're seeing these young niggas run rampant at Streamer University getting paid for buffoonery. They're not doing anything. What are they doing? You got bitches dancing in the lobby. You got, like you said, you're watching people go to the club. How is that substantial entertainment? That's nothing. You got dudes wearing lace fronts. Plaqueboymax is out here crying because he knows what Suave told him was the truth deep down. He knows it was the truth. That's why he was about to cry. That's why he went on a rant in the corner and said, "What's wrong with being gay?" Well, let me tell you something, Max. It's a cosmic offense, okay? It's a moral offense. It's demonic, it's perverse, and it's not right. No person created on this planet was meant to be with the same sex. There's something wrong with that. Society has just made it okay because it has been an agenda that has been pushed and it has been done behind closed doors in ritualistic manners to get dirt on people and put them in position of influence. So when you say that they sold their butt, you're exactly right. It's documented. Go look at your presidents. Go look at Skull and Bones. These are all documented things that are historical fact. People think it's entertainment. People think it's funny. These guys choose to do these things for fame, and fame comes with a price. And the price is not only your soul, but it is your morality in the form of your sexuality. It's all facts. See, a couple years ago, even a couple decade or so, Red, you remember they were saying, "Oh, it's Illuminati." You remember you started hearing it in rap and all this stuff, but this has been going on for centuries. It's Masonic rituals. And this stuff is real. People might be like, "Oh man, like this ain't real. They just saying that they hating." And no, man, like go look it up. This is how masonry works. They have a motto. It's called "Do as thou wilt." Go look it up. It's all real. So all these people in the chat making jokes and saying things, and like some people are saying like, "What's wrong with being gay?" Man, you go get your head scanned, bro. Go get a head scan.
What do you mean
Go
by
back
that?
to the go get your life checked, because if you don't see a problem with that, you're already lost. There's something mentally wrong with you. And that's what they're not saying. It's a mental illness. How can you look at the same sex and be attracted? There's obviously something wrong with you. Take it how you want. That's just the facts. Whether you believe in a creator or not, whether you believe in a biblical or spiritual sense or not, we as human beings were created by a higher power. They may say, you may say it's God. Some people have different religions, Islam and Buddha and all these different things. But the fact is, we were created by someone that is much more powerful than we are on earth. And you weren't created. There's a difference for a reason. Men weren't made to be with men. Women weren't made to be with women. And even if you take the creation out of that, it's still wrong. It's a mental illness. So I'm glad you did this show tonight, because like you said, this is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And I don't really think a lot of your viewers, not just your viewers, but a lot of these youngins, even at Streaming Universe, they don't even know what that means. They don't care. They have no idea of what you're talking about when you say those types of things.
Yeah, this era is trash. We got Jael. Jael, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up with the Reg? Can you hear me all right?
Nah, your audio sounds bad.
Is that better?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah.
All right, so everything that my man was saying right now is 100% right, but I want to take it in a different direction. So
I've done 2 80-hour classes to become a behavioral, registered behavioral health person. And after I did those classes, I said to myself, damn, I see what's going on in society. And I think about 75% of people out here suffer from mental illness. But as I begin to do more research on my thoughts, I came up with the term social sickness or social illness because a lot of these people are not suffering from a defect in their brain. They are suffering from social propaganda. And so as a child or a young person, what is put into you is what will come out of you or will help kind of evolve the person who you are when you are young. So in my generation, it was the whole DARE program, keep kids off of drugs. It was Smokey the Bear, only you could prevent forest fires. And it's crazy because even as an adult, I still find myself going back to these things. And so during my generation, they were doing specific experiments on the type of information that is more compatible for kids to receive and how to put that information into them and what would be the most effective way. So that's the reason they went into the schools with the DARE program. And they used to have Smokey the Bear come to your school and visit you because they knew that that was a thing that you interacted with a lot, where you would receive and accept information. So then fast forward when they start putting all of the homosexual books into the schools, they start letting what is they call what's the nigga name? RuPaul. They start letting them come up to your schools and talk to your kids. They start letting you identify as anything in school. That was the social propaganda or the passing of the disease to the children, who now it would not be considered a mental illness. It would just be a normal part of society and the way that they grew up. So, fun fact, back in my generation, less than 3% of people identified as gay or homosexual. Today's generation, 24.7% of today's generation identifies as gay or homosexual. Well, why is that? Because as children, it was put into them. Yeah, as children, it was put into them that you can be whatever you want to be. You can choose your sex. If you like a boy, that's cool. Hey, if you want to dress like a woman and put on your bro front, get it all curled up and slick back, put your high heels on, that's cool. They started talking about this thing about, remember when I was young, it was a big thing about boys putting on their mom's high heels. Like, what the fuck is that? But they socially engineered these children to be okay with anything goes. And with that, we have lack of standard, lack of moral identity. We have lack of sexual identity because you could just be whatever you want. And now we're seeing that idea play out in the younger generation. See, it was just introduced to us in our youth. So there was a time where we didn't know it, so it had to be given to us. These children, has been the natural part of their lexicon from birth, so they don't know any other way. So it's easier for them to be more accepting of these behaviors. And they are just basically putting all of this social propaganda in our children's minds, and this is what it's turning out to be.
I'm gonna have to say I respect your research and I respect your studies and your schooling, but I would have to.
Flash white.
Yeah,
1 second. We got Ty. Ty's been waiting. Ty, what's going on, man?
yeah, yeah.
Nah, I was listening to what everybody was saying, and you guys both have such a good perspective on this, and this is a deeper topic, and I'm shocked to have this conversation now with y'all. But Reggie, like, I appreciate having this conversation because let's be open.
Okay.
Um, the society we live in, right? It there's always a door to get to wherever you want to get to. I'm gonna start by talking off with what's going on with Plaqueboymax, and then getting deeper with that. With Plaqueboymax, he's a vessel, right? And with a lot of these like entertainers, the higher you get, there's a lot of brands, there's a lot of record labels, there's a lot of people that back you up, that push your content. So at the start, I think a lot of these people don't really want to dive into the stuff that they get into. Now, some of them are made this way. Like some of these people have been homosexual the whole time. It's not new. It's just they at the
Fact.
platform now where they can do what they want and they don't feel like they can be judged by it, right? So what they do is they say, "Hey, look, listen, you know, you've been doing good for us. We've done good by you. We want you to start saying or doing these things," right? And then they ask, well, why am I saying or doing these things? Well, this is the agenda. This is the push that the corporation wants. And like you have to
Mm-hmm.
ask, well, why? Now, for me, the reason why I think this is population control. Because if you have men with men and women with women, you have less children, right? So that naturally is going to decrease how many
That's
people
a
are put
part of
on
the
the earth.
agenda.
Now,
Yeah, there's no
if you've done
population.
the study, they did a recent study this year saying
Mm-hmm.
my generation, because I'm 22, so like my generation and the one before me are having the least amount of kids from 18 and up in history.
Yeah.
That's
We've
very
fallen below the number where we need to be to be able to sustain the human race.
exactly,
We need to be at about a 2.4 or higher, and we've actually dropped down to 1.2 as far as person over replacement, as far as people being born versus people dying.
They
So what you're
they
and
saying
there's
about
a
the population control is exactly right.
they said that
exactly
Ty. They said that your generation is getting the least amount of cheeks in history.
basically, but there's a reason behind this.
You a
There is a
freaky
reason
frog.
behind this, and it's
No, that's not
because
true. That's not true. That's not true. It's the kind of cheeks that they getting, bro. The dudes are spin dashing to the
exactly,
cheeks, and the women is spin dashing to the
exactly,
lips.
it's being
The
flipped
sex
now.
is still going on.
The game has been flipped. And so now what they've done is they're pushing where you can do and be with whatever. So
Hmm.
the desire for procreation with love is gone. Now it's about the lust. It's about what makes me feel good instead of creating life, which was the whole concept for a bunch of years. But you got to look at the state of the world. And I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, but look at our country and the economy and everything that's going on right now. It's harder to build a family now than it is 50 years ago. They are aware of this. So they're not going to push that building a family agenda. They're going to push things that separate that because they know we, as a human society, as like the civilians, we're not going to live forever. And eventually there's not going to be enough for us. And they have to control that in some way. So they have to limit how many people they need to control. So they push it in homosexuality. They start wars. They start violence. All this is controlled. I don't know if y'all seen this movie. Y'all should watch Ready or Not. That's a very good movie because
Yeah,
it talks
I
about the
see.
13 original families, including the Rothschilds. And it talks about how these families literally control the entire world. And that's real.
Oh
Well,
This is
yeah,
the
for sure.
Rothschilds are real.
like I was saying
It's
before,
real.
when I was talking, like, just go do your research. A lot of these people think that these things are all just folklore. These things are real. These families and these things have been plotted since the inception of their power, and it trickled down.
Exactly.
It's trickled down until now. And like I was gonna say to the other brother, like, yes, it is a social thing, but it all goes back to the mind. You have a choice. You have a conscience. You have a moral compass to choose. So
Hmm.
just because somebody tells you something or somebody
You
puts
you don't.
propaganda in the face,
You have to
you
be
have a
you have to be
choice
given
mentally.
that though. So at a young age, children don't know anything. The only innate thing that a child is born with is a fear of the darkness and a fear of falling. And that's because they've been in the dark. So when they become conscious in the womb, they're in darkness. So they fear darkness. And because babies are small, when you put them up high, the difference between a step to me and you was nothing, but to a baby that could be life threatening. So innately they fear heights. But everything else that goes into a child is taught. So if from the very beginning you are taught that your morality is anything goes, you don't have a choice to choose anything different because that's all you know. If they don't teach you nothing else, or if you don't learn anything else, then there's nothing else to choose from. That's why
And that's it.
it's
And
very
I think
important
you're not wrong
that
with
you are
that because
careful with the type of things that you expose your child to as children, because it
right.
starts to give them choices that children should never have. And they only have that choice because someone has shared some knowledge or something with them other than what they had already.
That's a good take because if you I was gonna say a good example of that is if you look at Jaden Smith and Will Smith. Like Jaden Smith was born into Hollywood. So a lot of the things that he does now is a result of
It's
his
normal.
father because his father introduced that to him. So that's all he knows. Those
Hmm.
tendencies that we call out and we find odd, for Jaden, he may have some awareness that it's strange, but for him, there's a normalcy behind it because of his lifestyle. And a lot of these kids that are born into that lifestyle, they see things and experience things that for us, if we saw that, we'd be like, that's wrong. But for them, that's all they know.
Yeah,
So they don't even see it in that lens because they're taught that's right or that's just how things go. So
exactly. And
it
that's
builds
what I
a
was saying
sense of
about you have to put it into the children, because if as they grow up with it, it's just a natural part of them.
hmm I saw
See, I
that's
got two teenage boys, and because like I've worked in at every school that I have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old. Every school that they went to up until high school, I worked at and was actively a teacher, either in the after school program or aide in their classrooms. And so I was there because I wanted to see the type of environment that my child would be growing up in, and understanding how these kids are. I would always tell my sons, it's okay to be different, but nobody likes a weirdo. And what makes the line between being different and being a weirdo is the principle that stands behind your decision to do what you do. Because in all actuality, there's no such thing as being different or being unique outside of just the soul that resides in your body. Because you think you're the only person in the world that like blue? You think you're the only person that want to wear leather pants? You think you're the only person that like ponytails? There is nothing out here that is innately unique about the things that we do. What makes them unique to us is our soul and how we project those choices that we make onto our decisions. And that's what society sees. But outside of that, it's the principle behind your choice. Like, why do you want to be gay? Is it just because they said, okay, you could just sleep with anybody, so you want to sleep with anybody? There's no principle behind that choice. I respect the person that says more that, hey, this is what I was since I was born, and I feel like this is who I am. So the principle behind what you are saying may be real, and I may not agree with your choice, but I can respect that you can be whatever you want to be, and I just don't have to have nothing to do with you. But if you're just doing it because that's what society tells you to do, or you're being pressured to do it, or you just want to do what feels good and not what is good, then that's what toes the line between being different and being a weirdo. And that's why Plaqueboymax is a weirdo.
He definitely a weirdo.
Yeah.
And he succumbed to the pressures of fame and notoriety
Mhm.
and wanted to be
Exactly.
liked. And I, as much fun as we made of it in the chat, um, he's actually struggling internally. You could see it. Because if he was 100% happy with it, he wouldn't have went around the corner and ran it and cried. There's something
Hmm.
inside of him. There's something inside of him that he knows instinctively and innately, like my brother said, that something is wrong with his choices. But being that he's under so much pressure and he wants to be liked and he wants to be famous, he's at a crossroads that he's probably already crossed because of his actions. You can see it. No man that is a heterosexual male is going to put on lace fronts, tattoo diva, or talk about gay rhetoric in a manner that he's already done. So he's already crossed some lines, as the other brother had told him, and that's why he started to cry,
Mhm.
because his internal compass is like, man, this dude is right, but I already made too many decisions. I can't really turn back. So that's
Right.
why he went around the corner and was like, man, it's nothing wrong with being gay, and I'm gonna be me, and like the brother said, if that's who you are and that's who you always were, cool. But there are a lot of individuals, as Reg was saying, that they make these choices. They cross these paths and they open these doors, as the other brother said, and they make these deals to go along with the agendas that need to be pushed. And it's clear that Max is
Mhm.
doing what this younger brother said. He's pushing an agenda. He's obviously been talked to, and he's going a certain way to get where he wants to get. And he's
And
compromised a lot of things in doing so.
Let me play this
and
clip.
you got
Let me play this clip. Give me 1 second. Let me play this clip of Nori talking about the Illuminati door.
Yeah, drink champs.
It's a level of success where it's a door. It's a door. When you platinum and you getting 50,000 a show, I've been there. There's a door that you could walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo or if it's Illuminati. I just didn't take that though. I went straight.
What do you mean?
Listen. When you get to a level of success, when you getting 30, 40, 50,000 a show, you platinum, you running across the world. There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left. There's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man.
Okay.
Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that when you went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight. But I was offered these doors.
It's just you were offered some gay shit?
I don't, no. I'm saying that to the right when I seen it, those was those guys over there. You know what I'm saying? Those different people, which I have no problem with. That's y'all. You feel me? And I just chose to go straight, and I haven't been platinum since.
He said he hasn't been platinum since. That's crazy.
Well, what people need to understand is he's telling the truth, but he's made one of those choices because choice is involved in the principles. So you notice he couldn't stop
Hold
laughing.
on, flashlight. 1 second. We got Mania Forever. He said Nori opened the door and Diddy was behind it.
Listen, Diddy probably was behind it. But these are principles. These are all principles that these people run off of. They will give you a choice because if you deny them, you know that you won't get where you want to go. So, homosexuality, sacrifice, humiliation, those are all principles that these people run off of. And it's been proven time and time again. People talking about, hey, man, look at Jordan, this, that, and other. I want to tell y'all something. For the kids that's too young, do y'all remember when Michael Jordan daddy got killed?
I
A
remember
lot of
that.
people don't remember that. Do y'all remember when Michael Jordan dad got murdered?
Yep, on the side of the road.
Now, knowing what we know and knowing about somebody as famous, notoriously famous as Michael Jordan, you can go and watch an Oprah interview that he did with her. And she asked him about his dad. And he was emotionless. He said he doesn't even think about it. What type of human being do you think has the moral compass to not think about his father being murdered? Not just regularly dying. Not, oh, Pops had a heart attack, Pops had a stroke. This nigga was murdered. And Jordan told Oprah that he doesn't even think about it.
Someone who lost
So
their soul.
exactly. So you have to look at everything that goes on around in your environment.
Let me let me
And
let me play this clip. This is Young Thug admitting he's a Freemason.
yeah,
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases. I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases. I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases.
well, they're
Nah,
all
that's
Masons.
facts. But I mean,
They're all
I
Masons.
don't know if y'all know this, but if y'all look at some gang literature, a lot of gang literature is rooted in masonry and
Yeah,
Satanism. If, for example, if you look at the Gangster Disciples, their literature is very similar to Satanism. It's
Gangster
identical.
Disciples, Latin
So
Kings.
if you and look, like for example, the rake is what it's the symbolism of the devil's what trident. That's what it's supposed to
Yeah, it's a
represent.
picture.
That's a form that's literally talked about in Satanism. That is the same concept. They put it, what they did is this. So they introduce certain concepts and cult like concepts in the white community, then they pass it down to the blacks. So for the whites, it's the secret societies. For us, it's gangs and fraternities and sororities, right?
Yeah,
Because fraternities and sororities are Greek culture, which is based on a lot of
yeah.
what? Masonic
And
ideology.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because I grew up in South Central LA. I just moved around through the military and playing sports, but I don't think these kids. Well, a lot of kids know, but a civilian doesn't know what you have to do to get into a game. They use the term "put in work" very loosely. I just want y'all to know that. You can go and listen to Nipsey Hussle, a notorious Crip, and on his album, The Marathon, he says, and I will quote this because I know a lot of music and a lot of history. Now that basically that you got in the game, we have to take you across the track and make you explode a face. That means murder. That means you have to go and kill somebody to prove that your allegiance is with us. And it's not just one gang, it's every gang.
But what is
So
that though? That's a sacrifice. See, that's really what
exactly,
it is sacrificing. They've
exactly,
introduced occult like ideas in our own form. So they introduce it in the gangs.
exactly,
They say, go put in work. Let's go give me a sacrifice. Give us
exactly.
this collective a sacrifice. Go get blood. And the reason why we know these things are true is because if you read the Bible, Jesus
Yep.
was what? God's sacrifice. He was the one human sacrifice. Now, God did animal sacrifices in the Old Testament, but after Jesus died, there was no more because
There's no more.
animals and nothing else would be equivalent to the blood that was shed. The devil is always trying to be like God. So at some point after Jesus died, the devil required human blood as well
Well,
because because God
that
sacrificed Jesus, and what is Satan called? He is the god of this earth. So he is going to
as
do
above, so
whatever that
below.
God does and tries to mimic it and do it better.
Right. As above, so below. So the dark
Exactly.
side is going to mimic, it's a mirror, yin yang, dark and light.
Hmm.
So that's why when you bring up biblical sense, which again, like I said in the beginning, like I don't know if people believe they just sprung about into humanity and some human formed himself and made himself and we started procreating. You were created by an individual of a grand design. Your
Hmm.
blood vessels, your brain, your eyes, all these things that are connected are intricate parts of creation.
Hmm.
So there's no way that a rational human being or a human being that calls themselves rational can tell me otherwise. Now, the names may be a little different because we're far from that point of the inception of creation, and a lot of stuff has been watered down, diluted, changed, and stripped from history. But you do have a creator. I want y'all to know
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And what they're gonna
if
do
you
is, I'm gonna let you bounce off of this. The government is in the next year or two is going to say aliens created us. Do not
well, you
believe in nothing that they say,
well,
because
that's why I tell people.
they're gonna claim that.
Well, that's why I tell people to do research. These are all government facts. Project Bluebeam, Project 2030. All these things are the kickoff, which we are. Our revelation has already started. If y'all can't see that, um,
Mm-hmm.
we are living in the end times. The end times are um prophetically told to last way longer than the human mind can conceive, because the Bible
Mm,
is condensed. So when you're reading the Bible in real time, it sounds like it's going to be some short movie, but it's going to be an elongated process. And all
mm-hmm.
processes start from somewhere. So when you look at it, Project Bluebeam, they tell you exactly what you just said. You can go and read it. It's government documents. They've studied the Bible, they've studied melanin, they've studied Project Looking Glass. What do y'all think CERN is? People need to go and look at these things and stop watching these streams and get some education,
But
because
see,
CERN
these
shut
streamers
down
are the
for 4
biggest
years.
distraction, dog.
And
Yeah,
that's why I
Like,
was thinking. That's why I did this show, because I'm like, you got this Andrew Tate situation, and then you got this Plaqueboymax situation. I don't know, like they're trying to distract us from something. That's what it felt like to me. It feels like there's
it is a
something big that's
distraction.
yeah,
coming, and they're trying to distract us with
yeah,
some bullshit.
yeah. Alien prophecy has been told anyway in the Bible with false signs and wonders.
Mm-hmm. And
So
y'all know
what's
what's
a false sign
crazy?
and wonder?
And y'all know what's crazy? This Steven Spielberg just dropped the movie Disclosure Day. I went and seen it
Yeah,
just out of curiosity. Ironic that they
yeah,
dropped
that's
it
all
right
too.
as the Alien Files were dropped, but I let it slide. And when
Yeah,
I
that's all.
watched the film, you said what, bro?
That's all about Project Bluebeam.
Exactly. When you watch the film, the way they portray these aliens, it is in a way that it is almost to make you feel like they are a sentient godlike being. And there is a reason behind that. It's a soft launch because these beings have existed here for as long as we have, if not longer. And so
Yeah.
they've over time introduced it in comical ways with the cartoons and ET, but now they're
Well,
getting serious.
if you
And
go
they
back and
know,
look,
you said what, bro?
history has, if you go back and look, history has shown, and I've had this same conversation over and over. You go back and look at the Mayans, the Aztecs,
Hmm.
the Incas, the Egyptians, every civilization that's had a pyramid across this planet that has been symmetrically the same, and they all have the same hieroglyphics and worship the same beings in the same times. So how can one entity be in the same place at the same time? And I'm just here to tell y'all that these aliens are a new representation of the fallen. See, people don't
Yes.
realize that these angels that fell from heaven have immense power that the earth has never seen. So they can manifest themselves into whatever they want, just like they did into other civilizations. These aliens will be our Egyptian hieroglyphic beings.
Yes. Yes.
That's all
You're a
it
thousand
is.
percent right. You're a thousand percent right. Because
Hey,
the
hey,
reason
hey,
that I
hey,
don't,
y'all mystifying this way too much. Like just me having the relationship that I have with actual physics, right? Humans
Mhm.
have only been in existence for 200 to 300,000 years. That
Right.
is a baby's of a blip of a little inkling of a moment in time in the grand scale of the universe. So there could
Correct.
have been beings that came into existence, because to think we're the only thing that's alive in the universe with trillions and trillions of galaxies, that this is the one in 250 trillion chance that life can exist
See,
would be crazy.
I
But
don't
what you
believe
So
in
have
the
to,
whole galaxy thing because,
but what you have to,
in
but
my
what you,
opinion, this. this is my opinion. We live in a firmament. If you don't believe that, you
Okay.
have to do your own research. We're not
All
going to
right.
sit here and debate that back and
And
forth. We can't leave here. So I
and
think a
this
lot
is
of the things that we see and they tell us about science are actually dimensions. And you have to look at I think it's the 13 gates of
okay.
heaven. It's in the book of
Yeah.
Enoch. There are different dimensions and alternate realities. But I do not believe there are all these life forms and planets and
And to,
galaxies. I don't believe that. I don't
But
believe
why
that
not?
because
and to
the reason why I
piggyback off
say
of
that is,
Even, but
and
think
here's the
about
reason.
this. Even in a simulation, you think this would be the only simulation that they would try, and they wouldn't have thousands of millions other simulations running
The
experiments
reason
at the same
the
time?
reason why I say
Even
I
if you
don't
thought
believe
that
that.
this was something that was created by a higher being, you think this is the only one thing that it
No,
thought to
the
create?
reason the
A
no,
being
reason
that
the
could
reason
create
why I don't
existence
believe
only thinks to create one? That
the
don't make
reason
but
why I
listen,
sense.
don't believe it is
I'm not
this. This
saying
is the
that.
only reason why I don't think you're right.
What I'm
The only
saying
reason why I
is to
don't think you're
piggyback
right is
off of the
this.
brother
If
is
that was true, right? If your concept is true, which I don't know. We all don't know. I can't say you're
Right.
wrong. But if your concept was true, we would have had more interactions with these beings in life forms than we have. Because you have to remember, the government since the 1900s has been sending out radio messages into space, sending our exact location, information about our life forms, and all that you can know about humans. And we have gotten nothing back. So,
Well, see,
because
that's what
of
I was going
that,
to talk about. So, but if you just to go to the nearest galaxy, the Andromeda galaxy, traveling at light speed, it would take like 200 or 300 years to
but
get there.
listen,
So
but
there
I'm
is,
gonna tell
if anything was able to travel through space and come here, they would be so far advanced, more advanced than us, that they could have technology that we could never detect. We can't even
if they
travel at 1% of light speed.
but
Like what?
that's that,
We
but
can
that's what,
barely
and
break the atmosphere.
but that's,
listen,
but that's what
let me
also
just say this.
disproves.
What you're saying
Go ahead, bro.
is science based. So let's get that correct. You're taking a scientific stance.
Yeah, as
So
in,
and I
if something
respect that.
existed in another galaxy, the actual
Right,
time it would take to get here. That's why I
right.
said,
And that,
like, if something in another galaxy, which could be older than us, because humans have only been here for 200 to 300,000 years, we could be talking about a race
right.
that's been here for billions of years and has
Now let
actually
me
created the technology to be able to do things that we only dream of. If they were
now
able get here to Earth, they would be so far advanced that they could have technology where we couldn't
right.
detect them. They could be shapeshifters, and they could be the head of
Now
all of these 13 families. There could be anything that we couldn't even imagine, because to have that level of technology, think of all the things you could do.
right.
You could
What
create a
but again, you're taking a scientific standpoint that
watch
has been taught.
that we dream of. Yeah.
But
You're taking a
see,
No, that's
I
not
scientific
has been
standpoint
taught. Like
and
gravity,
I
you don't have
respect
to be
that.
taught gravity. That's something that exists. You don't
and
have
to
to
your
be taught.
point,
I'm talking about universal law, just based
Right.
on the
right,
laws of the universe, how long it takes to
right.
go from a place to a place. If they were able to
But
make it to us from the distance of that another galaxy is away, they are a race that is way older than us. And it is not
and
far fetched to think that
and
they could
and
have technology that's more advanced than ours.
and with
Think
your
about
point,
humans
with your
in 2,000
yeah,
years or 5 million years, what the technology would be like here.
and with your point, that's why I have the doubt to an extent that there are so many life forms just so far away. Because with your point, they would be so far technologically advanced than we would be that they would be able to make contact with us quicker than we could with them. So we would, that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
we would have had some encounter, unless,
Exactly.
because there's so many galaxies, right? There's
Mhm.
thousands of galaxies. And if there's all these
Yeah.
civilizations, there's no way that not one of those civilizations would have not tried to make contact with us as life forms. That's why I
I'm
So
have
sure.
those.
No, I agree with you. I'm sure they have. So when you talk about
And
the pictures of the giants and the angels coming from heaven, right? They are. Um, we are not on a high enough cosmic level to be introduced to what would be going on in the world or in the universe if there were other races out there. Think about that.
Now, what you're talking
A
about is
species
like
or a
if
race of no. Listen to me real quick. Listen to me real quick.
go
A
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
species or a race of being that would have the technology to be able to bring an army's worth of people to take over a planet. We don't even have that technology ourselves with what they say we've sent out in satellites and just how many people we can get in space and the things that we could do.
Well,
We'll
well,
be much.
if you go back and look at exactly what you're saying, you would be disproving yourself if you go back and look at the hieroglyphics and the technology in ancient civilizations. They've
What do
already
you mean?
been here.
If they see, but that's what I'm saying. We're not on a high enough cosmic level that they could just outright present themselves to us, bro. I'm saying from just as a person who thinks logically and who also takes into account the universe. I think about the universe all the time. If there were other races of beings that were freely moving around in space and can travel at light speed and go from galaxy to galaxy, and what if we were exposed to them? We would be food. We don't have that technology. That's what
But
I'm saying. Think logically about it. Just where humans would be in 5 million years. We would encounter that. That's when we'll have the technology to travel from galaxy to galaxy. Them people will already have that level of technology, guns, weapons, the type of mind control, anything. We would be food.
But the thing
but
Food.
I
about it
mean,
is, there's a lot of
who
these
says we're
things
not
that you're
food though?
mentioning that exist.
Well,
The
that's why
And
government
they
keep
and
presented
gathering a
they
lot of
presented
these things.
themselves as gods and not as equals. Anytime they've
and
come
as
down, they come
and
down
those
like gods or higher level
Well, well,
beings and
well,
not
well,
as
well,
equals, as
well,
in,
well,
hey,
well,
let's be buddies.
we're not equals. So any other life form that would present itself not of this earth could actually be considered godlike.
But
That's what I'm
here's the thing
saying.
that we have to remember: these beings are also spiritual beings and were created.
Exactly.
So no
Said
matter what
who?
but that's the thing. It's not a who. It's more of a it. It's an energy source.
Well,
It is not
so
something that we could be like, oh, it's
no,
like a tree.
y'all
We can't point it
fantasizing,
out.
bro.
It's a source.
I'm being real. Y'all fantasizing. Just like
No, no,
if
no, no, no,
something
no,
that's
no, no.
able to have
Yep.
consciousness,
Look.
it's able to have good thoughts and it's able to have bad thoughts.
No.
Who's to say
See, that's a
people that would
human. But
come
hold
here
on,
or
my
whatever
bro,
beings would come here
my brother.
wouldn't be
That's
the
it, my brother.
bad of the
My
species?
brother, my brother. That's a human concept. Humans have that
That's a
concept. A
life
spiritual.
concept.
Hold on. No, 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 no. Listen. That's a life concept for people who live in this life reality. But a creator would see things at a broader spectrum we can't understand. It would have an understanding of morality, but it doesn't base itself on that because it's higher than that, because it's pure. So
Bro,
when it
Fellas,
created,
morality,
hold on.
more,
fellas,
go
can
ahead,
I
go
I
ahead.
don't know.
can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Reggie. This is your show. Go ahead, man.
You boys done went off on a deep dive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, y'all done went off on a serious tangent, and I'm a little bit confused at this point. But like I said, man, you know, overall, good conversation, fellas. We are over 2 hours in. I didn't want to stop you guys, but I also, you know, okay. How about this? 5 more minutes, fellas. I'm gonna let you guys continue,
All right.
but 5 more minutes, yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let the other two guys take over to summer because we started talking about things at a higher, deeper level to bring it back to the human. What we were mainly talking about. Everything we're seeing right now is ritualistic. These are things that have been calculated for thousands and thousands of years, and and a lot of the people in those higher pedestals that are famous, I don't think everybody is out here just doing sacrifices. I don't think that's the game. Do I think a lot of them are participating in those rituals? I do. But I think there is an awareness of people in that platform. Hey, this shit goes on. And there's different doors you can go to, right? But with all of them having that awareness, they are all part of that system. So they take the vow of silence. There was an interview that Derrick Rose did. Y'all should watch that interview about how Derrick Rose talks about the circus and why he left the NBA. All I'm gonna say is this: Derrick Rose was never hurt. He never got hurt. He didn't want to be a part of the circus. That's what he said. He didn't want to sell out. So all this shit that goes on, it's ritualistic, it's Masonic. And Reggie, yo, I appreciate this live because you put me on some shit. And the two guys on here, y'all smart and open minded. Y'all put me on some shit. But yeah, that's all I got on that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good
And
stuff,
I
Ty.
agree.
What were you saying, Joe?
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree with him, man. Just like we seeing a lot of things play out right now that have been in the works for a very long time. Like these things ain't just happening. They ain't just popping up and all of a sudden now we in a situation we don't understand what's going on. Like systematically, people have been put into a trance, and now we are in a time of an awakening, and people can't believe the world that they've slept through. And yeah, man, same thing, man. Two others, well, you other brothers on here is pretty smart. It was good to have a really good conversation with some smart dudes, and yeah, I appreciate the platform.
All right, Joe. Good call, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, man. Shout out to Flash White, Ty, Jael. Yeah, man. Good conversation tonight, folks. You know, obviously, you know, like I told you guys, man, you know, this Illuminati thing, you know, it's right in front of your face. Okay. You know, they're not hiding this stuff anymore. You know, these dudes are out here selling their pussy for, you know, money, fame, clout, whatever it is, right? He said the world is a stage. Exactly. It really is. It's all a show. And like I said, you know, it's just wicked out here, man. This is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So, yeah, folks, stay out the way, man. You know, stay out the way, dude. Right? When, you know, like I said, it gets wicked out here, man. I that's why I stay out the way, chat. You know what I mean? That's why I stay out the way. I don't want any smoke. Shout out to the LGBTQ community. You guys keep doing your big one. Shout out to the Illuminati. Like I said, I don't want any smoke with anybody. Okay. You know, God bless all of y'all. You know, if you're gay, like I said, you know, God bless you. You know, do what you got to do. But you know, for me personally, you know, I'm gonna stay over here. Okay, I'm gonna stay in my little corner, with the normies. Okay, you dudes are a little too freaky for me.
You're a freaky frog.
You niggas are a little too freaky for me. So, yeah, that's all I got, chat, on this particular show. I will catch you guys, man, on the next one. Y'all do me a favor, folks, and drop a like on the video. I'm out, folks. Peace.